There's a kind of child adults admire the most, the one who never argues, never demands too much, never acts childish. But sometimes maturity isn't a personality trait, it's a survival adaptation. When a child grows up too fast, it usually means something required them to. Sometimes it develops in subtle environments, where expectations were high and emotional space was limited. Here are 5 psychological signs of a child who had to grow up earlier than they should have. Sign 1. Early responsibility for emotions. These children scan the room constantly. They sense tension before words are spoken. They step in to prevent conflict. They regulate others before regulating themselves. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening?" their mind asks, "How do I fix this?" Over time, they internalize one belief: stability depends on me. And here's what makes this complicated: they're praised for it. Sign 2. Struggle to express. When a child grows up too fast, their needs slowly become secondary. They don't ask for comfort easily. They don't admit when they're overwhelmed. They learn to handle things alone, not because they want independence, but because relying on others once felt uncertain. Silence becomes self-protection. Here's the uncomfortable part. When children are valued more for coping than for being cared for, they begin to disconnect from their own vulnerability. They look strong, but internally they may feel unseen. Sign 3. Emotionally controlled. These children rarely break down. They regulate quickly, they suppress efficiently, they avoid emotional mess. But suppression is not maturity. It's often emotional compression. Feelings don't disappear, they just go inward. And what goes inward early often resurfaces later. Sign 4. Self-worth is performance. Play feels unproductive. Rest feels undeserved. Achievement feels necessary. Growing up too fast often means love and approval felt conditional, so the child becomes useful, responsible, reliable, efficient, because being valuable felt safer than being vulnerable. Sign 5. Fear of disappointment. This isn't ordinary concern. It's a deep internal pressure. Mistakes feel heavy. Disapproval feels destabilizing. Criticism lingers. When expectations shape identity early, perfection feels protective, and the child carries that into adulthood. If some of this feels familiar, pause. Recognition is not accusation. It's understanding. Growing up too fast doesn't mean something was intentionally wrong. It means adaptation happened. Healing begins when responsibility is no longer the only identity, when rest doesn't require justification, when asking for help doesn't feel unsafe, when vulnerability doesn't feel like weakness. Children deserve protection, and adults who grew up too early deserve gentleness with themselves. Sometimes maturity isn't a gift, it's a response. And understanding that difference changes how we see both children and ourselves. If this resonated with you, reflect on it, share your thoughts, and subscribe to learn more about psychology behind early emotional development.